Well, let's see. It is 7:24. Good morning. Glad you're with us. It is let's see, time for food for thought with my buddy Bob from Green Fingers. How are you, sir?
Good. Good morning, St. Martin, Sebe, Seisha, Anguilla, and rest of planet Earth.
We're listening all over the world.
Yeah,
And by the way, we're streaming on Facebook and YouTube live, which
fantastic.
means people get to look at these mugs forever and ever and ever, as this will uh, just live on.
Yeah,
There you go. There you go. So, what are we talking about this morning?
unusual things.
Yeah, well, I looked at the picture. What the hell was that you posted?
That's a
Everything
pepina.
of what?
It's a pepina.
What the hell is a papina?
And it's kind of like having something between a tomato and a cucumber.
Say that again. What's
A-
between a tomato
And
and
a cucumber. That's kind of how it tastes to me. Maybe, somebody else, has a different
So,
take on it.
but that's what it tastes like between a
Yeah.
tomato. But it's yellow.
No, that's the big lemon.
Oh, that's a lemon. Oh, the one behind. So the one below it was
Just a green looking fruit.
yeah,
Yeah, that's a pepina.
pepina. So hang on, I got to look at the picture again.
So anyway,
That's a pepina,
yeah,
and that's a lemon.
that's a small one. That's
You can
the
go. You can see the pictures that Bob is talking about on Island 92 on Facebook or Green Fingers NV on Facebook. Or if you're not a Facebook person, if you go to island92.com and scroll all the way down on the homepage, you'll see the pictures there. The feed is there as well. But so wait a minute. So okay, you grow the big weird lemons. We get it.
yeah,
But the pepina, you say tastes like a cucumber and a tomato.
yeah, kind of. I've had it. So here's the thing.
Does it have seeds like a tomato?
Think of a kiwi.
Yeah,
You know how small those seeds are.
yeah.
And I'll bring up kiwi too. We're growing. We're trying a few kiwi. We had a client who actually had us order in 6 different types of kiwi from gold to green because they wanted to try kiwi. So I was like, well, it got a little expensive getting different varieties of kiwi shipped in here and with permitting and. So I'm growing kiwi from a kiwi.
Okay.
So
Local kiwi. It from here.
yeah, just bought from the store. We've got them growing.
I mean, we do that with pineapples all the time, but they take forever.
Yeah, 2 years maybe.
Mm.
Um, so the point is that
But I
y-
want to go back to the pepina.
okay.
So did you create this? Did you do something funky, and this is like a genetic mutation that you've created?
Oh no, that will go back a long time and South America, Central America,
Pepina.
pepina, and tripped across it in a store. So it was like, wow, I haven't seen one of those in a long time.
Pepina.
Yeah,
And do they have them in the store?
they had the fruit. I got it. It's local. I mean, I picked it up local. It
And
was
so
like,
what
wow.
do you do with it besides eat it? I mean, what do you do? How do you eat it? You
Okay,
just eat
there's
it?
the tricks and tips.
Yeah.
Okay, things that have really, really small seeds.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't get them out and dry them, say on a paper towel,
Mm-hmm.
and if they're small enough, you just plant a piece of paper towel with the seeds on top and just put some dirt over it because if it starts to grow,
Mm-hmm.
it'll just send a root right through the paper towel.
Okay.
Okay. Or like the kiwi fruit, we did a very, very thin slice, which then has, I don't know how many seeds in it, and did the same thing. Very shallow pot on top of the soil with a little soil on top. And then we let it dry. We don't water it right away because we need the fruit itself, the pulp, to desiccate. Kind of like nature, the fruits tend to dry out on the ground and it took a little while, a couple of weeks, and then we started to get sprouting seeds. So take a look at, there's all kinds of odd things, and fresh is always better. So right now I have a tree tomato.
What's a tree tomato?
Unusual is what it is.
Does it taste like a tomato?
Yes, but it grows as a tree. And the
Yeah.
leaves are huge and round.
Is it easier to grow a tree tomato than a regular tomato?
I'll let you know, this
Yeah.
is kind of like the first go round. I've tried it before a long time ago, but
Because if I could plant a tomato tree, I'd be a very happy camper.
this would take kind of heavy shade,
No, don't have that.
and you don't have heavy shade. I
Yeah.
have a lulo, which is also a tomato with a purple furry leaf, big,
Hmm.
and it's the same thing. It's in the tomato family, but it kind of tastes more like other vegetables, like a cucumber. It's very strange.
Wow.
Yesterday, just because we've been asked now and again, and to find them is kind of difficult. Bread nut, not breadfruit,
Mm.
bread nuts. So a lot of these are unusual things that you see in a grocery store, and just don't be afraid to try it.
So, but how do you eat a pepino? How would you prepare it? What do you do with it?
Slice and dice it in a salad.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and so
What's it taste like? Between a cucumber and tomato.
yeah, kind of. Or cucumber squashy kind of flavor.
I'm thinking I might like this because
Well, if I see one again, I'll pick one up for you.
because you know what one of the things I love to do up north, during tomato season, we're not there yet, is you get the fresh local tomatoes.
Yes.
I like to chill them
Mm-hmm.
and then take and put them on a piece of slice them and then put them on a piece of the cheapest white bread I could find.
Wonder bread.
Yeah, with some mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Lots of salt and pepper.
Yep.
And I'm wondering if the pepino
Yeah.
might do well the same thing with the same thing.
I'll see if we can find another one. It was just it was just unusual enough. So
Yeah.
I don't give up. And a lot of times, if you want to try something, there's some tricks and tips. So I'll give you another one.
Mm-hmm.
Things that you would normally associate with more northern climes.
Mm-hmm.
You're from Connecticut, or you could go to South Argentina. I mean, places that have a little winter.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're going to have some seasonality. You can get things started and growing,
Mm-hmm.
but then after, say, 3, 4, 6 months, if it's suffering, start watering at night with ice cubes,
Okay.
because a lot of more northern things need soil temperature differences, not air temperature. You got to drop the soil temperature by, say, 10 degrees. So I did a apple tree for about 4 or 5 years,
Oh wow.
and then I would defoliate it for winter, cut every leaf off, like, hi, fall is here, clip, 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 clip.
Mm.
And then starting around December, I'd basically throw a bucket of ice on the ground every night to give it a foot chill.
Mm-hmm.
And then it would come back with leaves and try to flower. And I did a peach tree, I did a cherry tree, I did a camellia, which
Wow.
is but it's reward to effort. I mean, if you really want to do some things, you have to get creative, and
Yeah.
it's always work to reward. So, but we have some unusual things that we try, and then we don't do a lot of numbers. We'll do a few in the nursery, mostly in the Colbay nursery, and we have some, how do I say it, interesting gardeners who are willing to also try.
Okay.
So, which is nice, because that's sometimes how you get your seeds back, because you don't always find these things. And I had to travel, and I didn't bring any, but right now, not huckleberries, what is it? Mulberries
Mm-hmm.
are fruiting fantastic up in the States. And I almost was like, do I bring a mulberry down so around the mulberry bush?
Oh boy.
So, don't be afraid to try some things. I do try seeds off of Amazon, or I do try bulbs off of Amazon of unusual things. Not always successful, but I don't give up,
Neat stuff.
and neither should you. So, if you're wandering through your favorite grocery stores or what have you, and you see something that you like to eat or you've never tried before, don't be afraid to collect the seeds and give it a shot.
Food for thought.
Yeah, and if you've got any questions, you can usually find me around in the Coal Bay Nursery on Saturdays, 9 to 4.
Perfect. Food for thought. Bob from Greenfingers, 2 locations. In the
Correct.
Heart of Point Blanche.
We're in the heart of Point Blanche. We're open 8 to 4 there, and we're in the heart of Coal Bay, basically right behind the Burger King. We're open 9 to 5 there, and both nurseries are open 9 to 4 on Saturdays.
Well, this is just really a pepina.
Pepina.
Now I'm going to go have tomato sandwiches when I go to Connecticut later this week. Yeah, it's a little early, but what the hell.
Yeah,
Bob, always a pleasure. Thank you for coming in. Food for thought. We'll talk next Tuesday.
you got it.
Always a pleasure. It is 7:35 right here in the Northeast Caribbean. I'm a bit tardy. What else is new? Fresh air in the morning. Rolls on sports in my shorts and flip-flops. Brought to you by the Ice Cream Bar, the Burger Bar, and the Hole in the Wall. All on the way. Hey, today is Tuesday. Taco Tuesday at D's.